Hey everyone, it's August 18th, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share with Russian serial killer Boris Efimovich Serebryakov, known as the Killer on a Bicycle, who murdered at least 9 victims in 1969 and 70. And that is him right over there, and I'd like to apologize for my terrible Russian pronunciation. Serebryakov was born in Malgobek in 1941, a town in southwestern Russia near the former Soviet state of Georgia. Despite his thin build, he was known for getting into fights even as a child, and he began drinking alcohol at an early age. While drunk, he would often physically attack anyone nearby, whether or not he even knew who they were, which led to spending many a night in jail. He served in the Soviet Army in his 20s, and after being discharged from his duties in 1967, he moved in with his sister in Kuibyshev, which is roughly 600 miles southeast of Moscow, and found work in a plant that produced copper wires for telecommunications. It didn't take long for him to become a suspect in various cases of thefts and arson, but not enough evidence was found for a conviction. In September of 1967, he attacked a woman in a tram depot, running into the control room where she worked wearing only swim trunks while wielding a knife. He stabbed her in the arm and neck, but she managed to get away. In April of 1969, Serebryakov committed murder for the first time, breaking into the apartment of a young family, killing a father, mother, and 5-year-old child with a brick. He then committed necrophilia with the dead woman, stole 135 rubles, and set fire to the flat before fleeing. The woman's ex-husband became the chief suspect in the crime, so he was able to get away without being caught. A year later, he attempted to kill again, breaking into an apartment and beating a woman and her mother with an axe handle. Thinking they were dead, he then engaged in what he thought was necrophilia with the mother, but both of them awoke during the attack and screamed, sending him fleeing from the premises. He hopped on his bicycle and set off looking for more victims, finding 2 of them a week later. Serebryakov killed a 7-year-old woman and her 30-year-old daughter, and those attacks led to a panic in the area. A man came forward and confessed to the murders, but evidence showed he was just mentally ill and couldn't have been the culprit. In June of 1970, he rode his bike to the home of a family that he chopped to death with his axe, killing the father, mother, and 2 children. Once again, he engaged in necrophilia with the mother, then set the house on fire and left. His bike had been seen near the prior murders of the 2 women, leading investigators to keep an eye on cyclists, and just 2 days after he killed the family, he was spotted riding his bicycle while carrying an axe. A chase ensued, and he was eventually apprehended by security guards at the facility where the Sputnik satellite had been constructed. A search of his residence yielded items belonging to his victims, and his blood type matched that of the offender. Facing this evidence, Serebryakov confessed, and after a trial was convicted and sentenced to death. He was executed at the Sizran prison the following year. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so I can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Boris Efimovich Serebryakov, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.